So, so if we've got people that don't want to be seen, on camera, they should keep their cameras switched off. Thank you. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, South Africa. It's greetings from blessings here. I'm in the United Kingdom. One of the affiliates with Freedom Group that Mona Lisa and Sandra are part of. So it's still a bit daylight here. So it's afternoon here and evening South Africa, and anyone from wherever you're joining us from all over the world. So, and looking forward to hearing what these ladies have got in store for us. Yes. Sandra is on mute.
Okay. Thank you so much, Blessings. I didn't realize I was mute, but good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us from in the world, because I believe that we are all coming in from different parts of the world. So I would greet you good morning, good afternoon, mamuka say, bonjour, comment ça va? So I'm just greeting you in different languages because we are all coming from different countries here. And I just want to welcome you. And I'm so grateful. We are so grateful that you could take your time out on this Sunday to join us. So I am going to be introducing my friend. She's also become a sister to me. Her name is Mona Lisa Chisango. She is actually, I always say to her, she's the #1 producer, TV producer in Africa. And she will be taking us through part of the presentation. So Mona Lisa is actually an award-winning TV producer here in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, actually in Africa, not just in these two countries that I've mentioned. And she's also worked on various TV shows that we all watch on programs like Netflix and Showmax. And yeah, I'm sure you've heard about her. So today she'll be talking about freedom and our experience in North Cyprus. Over to you, Mona.
I believe we've just lost Mona Lisa, Sandra. So
okay.
while we wait for Mona Lisa to connect, should we play the Freedom Lifestyle video?
Yes, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, lovely. So once she's back on, please do or let me, please. Okie dokie. I'll play the North Cyprus lifestyle video whilst we wait for Mona Lisa to join us. Bear with me. And let me know if you're hearing my sound. You just give me a thumbs up, okay?
I didn't check. I'm not the checker now.
Well,
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed the video. That was just giving you just a snippet of what North Cyprus is about. So Sandra, have we managed to get Mona Lisa back?
No, she's not yet back. So let me just go ahead and start and she'll meet us on the way. I think it's just connectivity issues. So let me do this.
Fantastic.
Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming through. So Mona Lisa was supposed to take us through, but I will do this and she'll catch us on the way. Like I was explaining, Mona Lisa is a sister. She's also a business partner. Me and Mona Lisa have known each other for about over 5 years now. I am also still working in the corporate world. I'm a project manager. I'm a life coach. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm an intercessor. And I recently came into property investment. So I'm so excited to be sharing this information with you today. So who is Freedom? Freedom is a marketing and consulting company which was established in 2018. And we are going to be sharing with you exactly what is this lifestyle that Freedom offers. So when you were watching the video, I'm sure you could see there are so many things like restaurants, you know, the walks on the beach. That is exactly the lifestyle. And I'm so excited when I talk about this because I was able to experience what you were watching on that video. Now, North Cyprus is a very small island, and there are 3 airports. When you look at the top of the first where there's like an aeroplane, that's called Aegean Airport. And this is the airport that myself and Mona Lisa landed when we went to North Cyprus. It's about 30 to 40 minutes from where we were staying. And then at the bottom, on the right is another airport, which is called Lefkosa. So they have different airports that you can come in through from wherever you're coming from in the world. And when you're going through to North Cyprus, you would first have to go through Turkey. And then from Turkey, you fly into North Cyprus. And I'm telling you, the experience was amazing. And the culture, they have such a diverse culture. They are very welcoming people. It also reminds me of home in Zimbabwe. That's how the culture is in North Cyprus.
Yeah.
So,
sorry to
yes.
interject. If you just go back to the map again, just to add on a bit.
Okay.
So for people coming from Africa, like what Sandra was mentioning, Aegean or Eghan, that's the airport we recommend people to fly through. However, those that are based in Europe, since we've got quite a number of people joining us from all over the world, you could fly in through Larnaca, which is on the south side of Cyprus, which is part of the EU, which is on the bottom right-hand side. Yeah, can you see? Can you point? on the map, yes.
Sorry.
That is Larnaca, which is on the Greek side, because Cyprus is divided into two. The northern part, which we are going to be talking about today, is the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, and is not part of Turkey. It's just that the Turkish Cypriots are based in the northern part of Cyprus. And then the bottom half, which is part of the EU, is Greek speaking. So, and in the Greek side, they've got two airports, Paphos and Larnaca, and those coming from Europe tend to use the two airports. However, if you come through Aegean, there's no direct flight to Northern Cyprus. You have to fly through Turkey via Istanbul, and it's an hour flight from Istanbul to Northern Cyprus. And coming from Africa, you would need a visa, a transit visa. So you have to go to the Turkish embassy, and Freedom will assist and facilitate in writing an invitation for you to visit the island. I'm not sure if Sandra has anything else to add on before we move on. Anything I left out?
No, I think you've got it covered.
Yeah, and then maybe you could probably talk them through in terms of the process that you went through to get the visas as well.
Okay, so for example, if you're a South African passport holder, you would get what is an electronic visa. You just go onto the website, to Turkey website link, which we'll share with you once you've confirmed that you'd love to go to North Cyprus. You put in your details, it's a few minutes. Put in your information, passport information, and then within a few minutes, they will send you an electronic visa onto your email. You just need to print that visa, and whenever you're traveling, you go anywhere with it. Then if you are a Zimbabwean passport holder, it depends on your status in South Africa. If you have a permit, you can go directly to the Turkey embassy in Pretoria and do your application there. But if you do not have a permit, then you would have to go directly to the Turkey embassy in Zimbabwe, in Harare, and you will process your visa from there. There is a fee that you would have to pay, which is about $150. You will be able to get a multiple entry visa, and we will assist you myself and Mona Lisa and other people in the team will assist you with the paperwork and the requirements for you to get your visa. So you don't necessarily have to worry that, are you going to be doing this yourself? We are there to guide you on the process. Then buying a ticket going to Turkey, it doesn't matter where you're coming from in the world. We also have an agent that we are working with, but we also now understand the process of buying tickets online. It's important that you only use Turkish Airlines instead of using other airlines for some reason that I cannot say right now because we're being recorded. Yeah. Lovely.
And just to highlight that when you visit the islands, accommodation is offered and provided by Freedom for 5 nights. And
yes.
So like Sandra was saying about the company itself, it's similar to Uber, where Uber it doesn't own any taxis. So similar to Freedom, they've done the research in terms of the companies that they work with, and they don't own any of the properties. However, they've done the research on the developers, so you can safely buy and invest in the island. So I'll hand over to you, ladies.
Thank you, Blessings. Mona?
Thank you, ladies, for holding the fort. Sorry, technology was doing something, but we are back. So just a few quick facts about the island. It's the 3rd largest island in the Mediterranean. There are 2 states, as Blessing pointed out, the north as well as the south. In terms of population in the north, there are about 350,000 people. I remember a few weeks back when we were flying in with Sandra, we were on a flight with loads of students from Africa. So about 150,000 students are also coming from Africa, coming to study in North Cyprus. What's lovely about North Cyprus as well is that it's one of the places that receives sunshine 320 days in a year. So for those who are in South Africa, think of Cape Town. It's pretty much the same weather that you would experience. Their winters are very much similar to ours. And one other thing that I loved while I stayed in Cyprus is also it's very safe, low crime rates. I remember there's a time where our driver left their car keys in the ignition and we're like, oh, you forgot to lock the car. And it was like, no, don't worry about that, because for us, it just, you worry, is my car safe? But it's a very safe place, and the people are very great as well. Okay, why invest in North Cyprus? One might be asking. We on the flyer would say we want to share an investment opportunity. So here it goes. So number one, why you'd want to invest in North Cyprus tonight, it's because of the tourism. We have 55 luxury 5-star hotels. There is also a 7-star hotel that's currently being, most of the places have casinos and bars, beach clubs, spa facilities, restaurants, shops, and cafes. So if you think Sun City, a one-stop place where you get everything when you go for your holiday, those are the kind of resorts that are available in Cyprus. So an example is Noah's Ark. It's exactly like how you see it on the picture. Before our trip would wonder, is the water as blue as it is? Yes, it is. That's Noah's Ark, one of the places. There's also Kratos Hotel, Kaya Palazzo. So besides the tourism, what's also great is what we call the health tourism in Cyprus. They've got high standards in terms of their health facilities. You find private and specialized hospitals. I remember when I went to do my PCR test, it was at a public hospital. In SA, I would have paid anything between 650 to 750 rands, and I only spent 100 rands for my test. They also have full health checks. So you can imagine when you go in to have a full health check here in South Africa, you pay anything from 8,000 rands to 15,000 rands. And in North Cyprus, you can check yourself in the morning, have a full health check done for £260. So you save some money and it's quite affordable. They also have facilities for IVF, as well as dental and cosmetic surgery. If we've got any ladies in the room tonight who want to have bikini sleeves or want a tummy tuck, this is the place to go. And the service is quite great. Another reason why you'd want to invest in Cyprus is also because of the education facilities that they have. So the higher education is now among the top 3 leading sectors of the economy. They've got 17 existing universities with 8 more which are under construction. So the students are going to need accommodation. The staff, the lecturers will also need accommodation. So that's why it's a good time to also invest. That's Cyprus International University that Sandra has just shown you. As Freedom, what we do, we take care of you. So your lifestyle experience, we ensure that you enjoy it. It's 5 amazing days in North Cyprus. You get to see the best properties, the top developers. And what's great with Freedom is they do the background checks for you. Like check if this developer has been in business for a long time. Do they know what they're doing and will they deliver? So we are happy with the developers that we have on board. They are people who we know that they will deliver. Some have been in existence since 1969, which is great. And they also offer exclusive extras, prizes, and payment plans. I know a lot of us at times we get into debt and we end up having bad credit records. And you're like, how am I going to buy a property or just invest in something? Now here's an opportunity for you to be able to invest outside of Africa. They also assist you with like an independent lawyer. So while we were there for our trip, we had an opportunity to sit down with a lawyer who took us through the requirements when buying in North Cyprus.
Okay,
So
so
over to you, Sandra. I know this is your favorite, the tour.
okay, so earlier on, you had Blessings mentioned about the tour, which you get 5 days and 4 nights free from Freedom. All you have to do is purchase your flight ticket and get your visa. Plus, you'd also just need a little bit of spending money when you are there during your stay. This is a picture of the February tour for 2022, and you can see it's a diverse culture. There's people from different countries that are in this picture. There's also Paula, the lady that's in blue jeans. She is one of the people that hosted us. They treated us like VVIPs when we were there. Now, this is the tour, the March tour that happened, and we were there on the 24th of March, and we exited on the 29th of March. So on the left, this is the group of about 35 people. They were coming from Norway, they were coming from the UK, they were all coming from different countries. And then on the right, this is our group. You can see myself, I'm there at the back. Mona Lisa is also there, Blessings is there. This is Lankonko, she's one of the housewives of Durban, if you've been watching the program. And we have a young lady, Leseko, she's just 21 years old, and she decided to come through. Then we have Michelle, she's South African, but now she has relocated to North Cyprus and is staying there permanently with her family. And this gentleman here is Marshall. He's based in the UK, and guess what? He actually purchased his property when he was there. So the March tour, when you, like we've already explained, when you arrive in North Cyprus, you get a bus that's going to pick you up from the airport like a VIP. All right, then they take you to the accommodation, the free accommodation which Freedom has secured for you. Mona Lisa already showed us that North Cyprus is a very safe place. So anywhere you're going to be staying, you know that you are well taken care of and it's secure. Okay, Mona, I don't know if there's anything that you'd like to add.
I think and also we had loads of fun. Yeah. So it's not only about property shopping, but you also have loads of fun. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
And something else to add on, I always recommend that people bring a budget of at least about £200 to cover for the food and transport for the taxis. However, you still go away with some change, with a bit of change, because like sometimes the developers will treat you to lunch, but then for dinner, you then get to pay for your own dinner. So £200 is more than enough. Not sure how much that would be in rands, or how much did you spend, you ladies?
Well, that's about 4,000 rands, but I can tell you we spent about half of that, 2,000. So we spent about £100, to be honest, because the breakfast, it depends on the tour. You might get it complimentary, but we will be notified when you're going for your tour. But plus minus £200, which is about 4,000 rand, is what you would need. But we didn't even spend half of that, honestly speaking. We were well fed, overfed sometimes. And yeah, there was so much different cuisines or food that we tasted when we were there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, you can raise your hand. You can also put it in the chat box. Please feel free. This is not like a formal presentation. Would love to interact with you and hear your thoughts, and also any questions that you might have. Okay. So I am going to ask Blessings to do us a favor and just take us through one of the rentals, her experience when she first bought her first property, and then we'll take you through the buying process, which is very simple. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I'm sure you can see the slide on your screen. That's a group of people that I took down in 2019, October 2019. There's a lady from South Africa on my left. I'm the lady with the blue dress by the balcony there with blue and prints. And one other lady that came from Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and the United Kingdom. So as Sandra highlighted, so we always seem to have a lot of people coming in on these tours. So it doesn't matter which part of the world you're coming from, and we're more than happy to facilitate and assist you to visit the island. So when I first heard about North Cyprus, it was in 2018, and at the time, properties were going for about £28,000. And I was thinking, is that real? That's almost the price of a car. And so this was June 2018. And I thought, okay, well, the next time I come back, I will buy something. So then I'll go back again, I think around October. There were no longer properties for 28,000. About 38. And the one I had seen for 33 at the time had gone up to 54. I then realized that Cyprus was booming, and it's where Dubai was, I believe 20 years ago. So that's when I then decided to jump on board. So you find like I bought a 1-bedroom for about £49,000, and the ladies saw it, I think, about a week ago, and it's now going for 115,000. So to think from about 2019 to 2022. Imagine having 49,000 sitting in your account, and then 3 years later, it's gone up to 115K.
Wait, Blessings. Okay.
I think we need to take out our calculators.
Yeah, get your calculators. So
yeah,
I was in shock because when I went in February, because this property was off plan, because you've got an option for either buying properties that are not yet built, so which is off plan, already complete. It depends on your affordability. So some people want to see a finished product, which is all good, but buying off plan has got advantages because the property goes up in price every time at the different construction stages. So, and I'm about to get my key, I think next month or so, because it's almost complete. And to think 2019, 49K, and now we're talking 115,000, you do the math, Sandra. So,
okay, guys. So if you have the answer, you can also put it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. So we're looking at 115K minus 49,000.
Yes. Or maybe let's just say
66,000 pounds in a period of 3 years. That's how much it is appreciated.
So
can we times that into rands, Sandra?
Okay, I'll times it by 90. That's 816,000 rands in 3 years.
Yes. So especially for those that like to flip properties, because some people tend to buy just more than one off plan, flip, take the cash, that's another option you could consider, especially if you're buying something that hasn't been built. So imagine if I decide to sell now, I could just walk away with my over 60K. But I'm going to hold on to that and collect some rentals from it. So all properties, rental income is in pounds sterling, and all their properties are also sold in sterling. However, locally, everything else is charged in Turkish lira. So everything works out much cheaper because of the currency, the pound to the Turkish lira. At the moment, it's 1:19. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You can take over, Sandra. If anything comes.
Okay, so I'll let everyone. I need a glass of water. I don't know if you're feeling like me, just thinking about where I'm coming from, the growth from 49,000 to 115,000. And this is something you bought off plan, and now it's 3 years later, you're getting the key in the next few weeks or months, and your property rental will start. What does the property rental actually mean? That means, remember we were saying that North Cyprus is a tourism island. And I think it's the new Mediterranean property hotspot. So you're getting people coming through from different, you know, places all over the world coming through for the holiday, for their vacations, and for over 300 days. So we just want to do math with you. For example, if your property is being rented out for £75 a day, right? You take £75 a day, and let's just say out of the 360, well, 5 days in the year, your property will be rented for 150 days only. I'm not going to calculate 200 or 300 days. So let's take 75 days times 150 days. We're talking pounds. And that comes to £11,250. So the investment opportunity, number one, you've brought your property off plan, or even during project phase when they already started with the construction phase. You buy it for a certain amount, and then over time it starts appreciating. So that's one way your investment is growing. The second way your investment is growing is the property rentals. This is where you're actually going to be making even more money. 11,250 per month in pounds, and then times that by 10, let me say 9 months. How much will that be? That's just over £100,000 in a year that you'll be making. And when you compare that with wherever you're coming from in the world, I'm looking at Africa, there's no way you'll be getting such an amount, your property appreciating, and also your property rentals. So Mona Lisa did explain that there are professionals that the company brings in to make sure they take you through the process before you buy. And that is why it's advisable that you go for the tour so that you can physically see it for yourself. You make a decision on the property that you want to invest in, and then you're taken through the process by the lawyers as well as the developers and what they are going to offer you. So just to take you through, I think we'll just go through one of the properties. I'll let Mona take you through Grand Sapphire.
All right, thanks, Sandra. So we'll just use an example of Grand Sapphire. So Grand Sapphire is a resort, a holiday resort. And in terms of the launch price, I think when they launched, the price was sitting at £38,900. As of last week, when we were there, in terms of the studio apartments that are left, it's sitting now at £79,000. So it's a few studios that are left. And I'll just, I'm not so sure if you can see my mouse. Can people see my mouse? Yeah?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
you can.
Okay, all right, great. So this particular block is already complete. That's almost complete. And we're left about 2 other blocks right at the end that are still under construction. So Blessing did mention that she bought her first apartment, which was off plan. This is a development where you can still get something that's off plan. Some people have bought 2 apartments which are next to each other and customized that. So this is an off plan project, which is currently available. In terms of the payment options that are there, you've got an option of paying off your payment over a period of anything from 36 months to about 72 months. So almost 5 years for you to complete that payment.
And Mona Lisa, with Grand Sapphire, because people will be wondering when were the prices at 38,000. That was July 2019, because I remember when they launched Grand Sapphire. So July 2019, and we're now in 2022 for those that purchased the studios. So they're now sitting at what, 79, you're saying?
Yes.
Was on the slide, it's saying 70,000, but last week when we went, the prices had gone up again.
Yeah.
And with joining 2 studio apartments, when you buy off plan, you can simply convert those bachelor pad studio apartments into a 2-bed if you buy them off plan. So that's an advantage of buying 2 apartments next to each other when they've been built. And which works out much cheaper than buying an actual 2-bedroom as advertised by the developer when you buy the 2 studios, when you do the maths. Okay. Over to you, Sandra.
Okay, so we spoke about short rentals with population, and the high season is between May and October. They also have very low taxes. I think this is something when you decide you want to learn more, we'll be able to share that information with you. Another thing that we need to reiterate is that yes, you buy your property, but you're probably not staying in North Cyprus. So you're wondering how am I going to be receiving these rentals? Will I be managing it on my own? No. The property developers offer you a full site maintenance. They've got a property management company that manages everything for you. They are the ones that would go on the online services like B&B, booking.com to make those bookings for you. So you have a rental management company. There are fees that you pay, but the fees are very low. They're monthly fees that you're going to be paying, and then you get your rentals paid out to you each and every month. Okay, so what are the next steps? We spoke about having professionals that you get to explain the entire process. You get an independent lawyer. Myself and Mona Lisa went through this process ourselves. We signed a power of attorney with the lawyer. If you also have your own lawyer that you'd like to review whatever documents you sign, you can go ahead and do that. In full control. No one is holding your hand. You make your decisions on your own. But the most important thing is you coming through to Cyprus and experiencing everything yourself. The process is also very safe and secure. The buying process is available in PDF, and we will be able to share with you a website that you can go and view all the other projects. There are a lot of projects that are ongoing, off plan, and already in progress. There's also a banking process that is available. We'll share this information with you during training. It's a very simple process. It's exciting. Myself and Mona Lisa managed to open a bank account, even though we are not residents yet. We were allowed to open bank accounts. Okay. Now, I think we spoke about this already, that the developers that Freedom has put together, they are trustworthy, they are successful. These are developers that have been in the industry for a very long time, and they're using quality developers to make sure that the process is smooth and no one is going to feel cheated in any other way. Blessings, I don't know if there's anything you'd like to add about the developers from your experience.
So with the developers, the ones that they work with is 15 years and above. And they work with about 10 different developers, and those that are financially stable. So some of them can even give you loans. So that's how financially stable they are. So yeah.
All right, feel free, guys, to ask any questions as we go along. We'll also allow people to unmute themselves. So the Freedom Tours, it's 5 nights free accommodation. You do the property inspection tour, you get to meet with the lawyer, you get all the information about North Cyprus. It's also a lot of fun going to North Cyprus. It's not just about visiting property developments and the investment opportunities. This is like, wow, the number one thing for me, creating intergenerational wealth. So you coming onto this presentation, why are you here? That's the question you have to ask yourself today, that why are you here? Are you here just to go to North Cyprus? Yes, that is still okay, but there has to be an end goal to you visiting North Cyprus. Is it for an investment? Is it for your children? Is it for your mother? Is it for yourself? There's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world, so you definitely have to explore your investments, and property is obviously the number one thing to invest in your portfolio. Okay, now we spoke about credit waste, which is something that we'll share with you once you decide you're coming with us to North Cyprus. We're not going to go through that today.
On Zoom now.
Hello.
Yeah, live watching.
Let me this person. Okay, so now we can go through to the question and answer session. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to unmute yourselves. Mona, Blessings, if you have anything to add, you may go ahead.
So during the tour, you also get a free day. So apart from the actual inspection, you can plan a day to tour the island. Because the tour usually starts on a Thursday to Monday, then departure will be on a Tuesday. So usually Sundays are the free day.
Yes.
Thanks,
Myself
Sandra.
and Mona on the Sunday, we actually went for hiking. Very close to where we were staying. It's close to a golf area, and there's a beach close by. So yeah, you do anything that you want to do, what you love. So yeah, that was our experience.
And the golf course is ranked 42nd in the world, next door the resort where we were all staying. So yeah, and Cyprus was also ranked #1 by Forbes during the COVID times in terms of not having crowded beaches, clean water, and so forth. Hence why the prices are going up and becoming a very popular destination. Any other questions, guys? Please feel free, unmute yourselves. We're here to answer your questions.
Okay, so Mona, I think we can go to Pamela Calliope's question about when is the next tour, and if she still has questions about the buying process. I think we just need to go through the buying process and example. Yeah.
All right, cool. So Pam asked, when is the next trip? Every month there are tours, with the exception of August, September, because it's very hot in Cyprus during that time, so we don't have tours. But for April is already fully booked. May is almost booked, but our tour with everyone from Africa is in June. So if you're interested to be part of the tour, please go back to the person who invited you today so that they can give you a link. It was just released. I received it literally a few minutes before we jumped onto the call. There are limited spaces, so make sure you make your booking today.
Okay.
So Sandra, I'm not sure if you've seen the question in the chat box from Beverly.
Okay, so if it's a rent, okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So if it's a rental property, who handles the monthly rentals, money, and tenants? So the rentals are managed by a property management team who are put through by the developer. Okay, so before Blessings, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong. You will get a session where you speak with the property management team. So they'll take you through the process, how they get the tenants to come in. So the property management team is the one that gets the tenants for you. They would go to places like Airbnb, booking.com. They put your property online. It can either be rented daily, weekly, monthly. It just depends on the person that is booking your apartment or your place. Then when it comes to paying you out, they are the ones that pay out the money to you. The discussion about percentage to be paid, yes, you discuss it with the property management team. But on average, speaking from our experience with one of the developers, the minimum that they showed us was £75 per night. That is why we gave you that example. £75 per night. It can be more, but it depends on the type of accommodation that you buy. It depends on the area. It depends on, other facilities that your apartment offers. So maybe you have spas in that certain development, that can also up the price. So there's a lot of things that you have to factor in, but these are things that you discuss with the property management team.
And the percentages vary depending with the developer. So each developer, they charge different percentages. And you find that with a bachelor pad studio apartment, you can get anything between 35 to 45 pounds per night, depending on the location as well. And if it's winter, you get lower rental. And then high season, that's when you're bound to get about 75 pounds or 90 pounds per day. So, and the percentages vary. depending on what they have to offer, each facility and each development.
Yeah. Okay. Then there's another question. How much would for the tour? Okay, I think you're asking how much is it for the tour. So Sipokazi, based on our experience, if you're coming from South Africa, you're looking at a ticket of plus minus 14,000 rands, but it obviously depends on the season that you're buying a ticket. We also have a travel agent that we work with. The earlier you buy your ticket, the lower the amount. But if you're buying your ticket closer to the time of going to the tour, then the prices will definitely go up, because that is what we experienced. So if you decide that you're going to be part of the tour after this call, please make sure you connect with the person that invited you. Myself and Mona Lisa are there to assist you. And we have a cut-off date to make sure that tickets are bought, everybody is booked and confirmed, because Freedom as well need to make sure that accommodation, transport, and everything is booked on time. Okay. And we said the spending money is plus 100 to 200 pounds for that whole session, which is about 4,000 plus minus 4,000 rands. I'm not sure how much in dollars that is. Then Calliope asked, what will be your visa status when you own a property in Cyprus? Okay, Mona, this is your favorite. I'll let you answer that.
Yeah, that's my favorite question and I love answering it. So Pam, the moment we'll just take you through the process. Let's say you're buying the property. You've seen something on the website that you like, you want to reserve a property, you'd pay 2,000 pounds as reservation fee. Then usually after about 4 to 6 weeks, you'd pay 35% of the total value of the property that you're purchasing. So once you make that payment, there's a contract that's drawn up for you with the lawyers. Then you can use that contract to apply for permanent residence in Cyprus. The process takes about 8 weeks for you to have your residency there, but there are a couple of tests that you'd need to go and do in Cyprus, which is your blood test as well as a TB test that's done. So that's what is required. But if you're going to be investing in a couple of properties and not just buying one, you are encouraged not to have a title deed on the first property that you're getting, rather stay on a contract and we take it as you go in terms of which house would you want to have a title deed on. But it's something that we can talk to you in detail once you know the process you want to take. But yeah, 8 weeks and your residency is out.
Yeah. And as a foreign investor, you can own as many properties you want on a contract. However, on a title deed, you're only allowed one, which is why Mona Lisa was then saying when you decide which property you want to hold on a title, that's when you get the title deed. So the contract was introduced to protect all foreign investors. So once you pay your 35% to the developer, you're protected. The developer cannot sell on your property to anyone else. Anything else to add on, ladies?
No, thank you so much. Blessings. And then last question that I have here is from Sarah Ngobo. She says, so the property is paid for over that period you mentioned. Do SA banks offer bonds to purchase for that? Nah, unfortunately, from my experience, no. We haven't tried, but I don't think they would. But Credit West Bank in North Cyprus have told us they can offer you a loan, 50% of your property value, but you need to produce about six months bank statement and proof of income. So this is once after you've opened a bank account with them. So North Cyprus Bank offers you a loan, but SA banks, I don't think so, in my own experience. And then it says, are you getting returns from holding this Zoom and marketing, or you're being kind?
We're just trying to empower everyone so they can attain financial freedom and sharing the knowledge and experience and what we've come across so far. Yeah. Why not get as many of our own people on board this financial wagon? Why not? Because I think a lot of people are probably shouting at themselves when Dubai was first launched, because I believe properties were around 30, 40,000 US dollars. You cannot get anything of that value now.
Mm.
So best to jump on board now, whilst you can still get a property for 40, 50, 60,000 pounds. Because trust me, I think in 2 years' time, you won't be able to get anything below 100,000 pounds.
And you're getting a free vacation for 4 nights and 5 days.
It's a business vacation, Sandra. A business vacation.
Yeah. Okay, I don't see any other questions here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have further questions you'd like to ask, please feel free to connect with any of us here, Mona Lisa, Blessings, Sandra, or the person that invited you on the call. We are going to be having more of these Zoom sessions every week. So we'll be sharing those details with you. And wherever you are in the world, we also have people in different countries, like Blessings is in the UK. You can also connect with her, you know. She's in the UK, in London, in Westminster, I think. So you can connect with her.
And we've got Brunette here. I think she's silent. She's on the
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi there. Hi
Hi,
guys. How are you?
Hi, Brunette.
Have you got anything
Hi.
to add?
Pardon me. Sorry. I got a bit. Hi. Yes, I'm back.
Yes.
Yes. What was the question? I had my name. Sorry.
I said, have you got anything to add? Because you visited the island. You're also in the United Kingdom, like myself. So what have you got to say to these people in South Africa?
I think it's the most amazing decision I have ever made, right? The first one being accepting the Lord Jesus Christ is the most important one. I'll tell you, the second most important decision was to invest in North Cyprus. I love investing. I love buying property. I have property in Zimbabwe. It has never given me peace because either I'm allowing a relative or somebody is not managing it properly. But with the North Cyprus one, I'm not fighting with anyone. I'm at peace. It's all done professionally. Look, by the developer, whoever goes in there, you can also track who's in your apartment. You're making your money while you are sleeping, guys. It's unbelievable. My friends always wonder, who don't understand my language, when I just say Marimakana each time I think of that, because it's awesome. I don't fight with a sister who's living in my house for free. I don't fight with anyone. Somebody goes into my house. It's all done electronically. All I pay are the services for the month. So what else do you want? You pay in installments, guys. We've had the most amazing experience, and we call ourselves the wealthy cousins.
Indeed.
We've created a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
wealth.
highlighting that.
Maybe I'm the wealthy cousins.
Yes.
For whatever, but join the club. What else would you want? I'm at peace with what my grandchildren will get. Yeah, why not have a gogo who lives in the Mediterranean when she wants and make some money? That's my.
Indeed. And when you're paying off the property, it's usually interest-free for 3 years. But if you want a longer payment plan option, they charge interest.
That's the part I think I would want to encourage everyone. Try and get it without interest. Try and get it without borrowing, because you pay in installments. You pay 30%, hypothetically, a 45,000 pound studio apartment, right? So you pay something like 13,000. Okay, when you pay 13,000 deposit every month for, if you take 3 years, you're repaying with something like 800 pounds, interest free, right? There's no credit checks, you're not owing anyone. But remember that 45,000 pound apartment, by the time you finish it, it's worth 75,000. Come on, man. Which bank?
Yeah.
Which bank would give me 30,000 on my 45,000?
That's true. That's true, Brunette.
So-
Look at mine. For 49, it's now 115.
Yeah, it doubles its price without interest. You're not paying back anyone. And it's
True.
an installment. Just think about it. Which bank has said, okay, give us your deposit in installments in the next 2 months or 3 months? Which bank have you ever had? If you find one, please let me know. Then, yeah,
It's a no-brainer.
why
Yeah.
not create wealth? It's so exciting. I don't want to disturb, but I get excited. This is the excitement I get. I'm flying off next week. Yeah, every half term I fly there. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to, well, a stress-free, a freedom kind of life. I'm getting freedom from out of it, really. And then
Financial
you think,
freedom.
yeah, it's financial freedom. Look, there's no hocus pocus here. There's nothing. It's as clear as the figures come. Why not join the club? You can come for tea when you get there. I'll be waiting for you anytime.
Yes. Oh,
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. Thank you. You heard it for yourself from one person that's invested in Cyprus. And
Yeah.
looking forward to having more of you joining us and becoming the wealthy cousins, joining the wealthy cousins wagon.
Indeed.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good evening.
It's bye-bye from London.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop recording.